please focus on me and not what is back here. Focus here. Here would be good. Here. Here. Thank you. Hi guys, just doing a quick intro. My name is Lauren J. Welcome or welcome back if you're new. I today am doing this look and I am showcasing two new palettes that I've gotten recently, and those are the Streamside palette from Copacetic Cosmetics in collaboration with Rocky Makeup on Instagram, and I'm also using the High Tide palette, which I recently purchased from Ulta. This is so far an Ulta exclusive from Colourpop, so this is the teal monochrome palette, and this is a beautiful blue, green, yellow, and silver palette. So we're gonna see how I got this look and the process. So thank you for stopping by, and let's get into the look. I recently did a first look and a first impression of the Streamside palette from Copacetic Cosmetics, so I want to incorporate this in with a bunch of new palettes that I have recently picked up. I did pick up quite a few Colourpop palettes from the 30% off sale that happened about a couple months ago, and then I picked up the High Tide palette, which recently came to Ulta and is an Ulta exclusive. So this is the newest one I've gotten, and I have not even swatched it yet, but that's what it looks like. It's a monochrome teal palette. It's got those beautiful foiled details that the Colourpop 9-pan cardboard pans have. So I couldn't resist, and then I did have about maybe whatever it is that you need, 2,000 points or 4,000. I double the amount of points that you need to get the $125. So I had $250 in my Ulta points. So I needed to buy some stuff that I needed, like staple products, but that I normally wouldn't splurge on. And then I bought a couple of the palettes that they've had for a while. So I did pick up the Blush Crush, and I did pick up the Nude Mood. And I've actually been using the Nude Mood quite a bit for my work looks when I go into the office. So this is what it looks like, especially this super shock shade right here called Wink Wink. That's like a really pretty one and done look. So I figured I would complete the 9-pan craziness of Colourpop that's going on here. And I have mixed them with palettes like Little Ray of Sunshine. You get a really pretty pink lemonade look with that. And I have mixed Nude Mood with Blue Moon, and actually go really beautifully together. During the 30% off sale, I picked up On Cloud Blue to get the monochrome pale blue color story. So now I have Blue Moon and On Cloud Blue. This is a very pretty color story. Not a big fan of the pressed glitter, but that is what it is. And then I picked up the In a Trance palette, which is the purple to blue tie-dye palette. So just basically to round out my blues from Colourpop. And then I also picked up the Ornate palette from their Fall Baroque collection. So this was the red kind of monochrome, but with a couple of pops of yellow, but mostly red. And so haven't swatched that or used it either, but I am looking forward to putting it together with either Big Poppy or Little Ray of Sunshine. And of course I want to continue playing with the Streamside palette to support those indie brands. And this is a really, really beautiful palette. If you have not seen my look, go check it out. This is the color story. My favorite shades so far, and that's really hard because there's two blues in here and really pretty flakies and greens, but I think so far my favorite color is Darter, which is just this lovely luxe metallic silver. So I think I'm going to use that to complement a look with the High Tide palette. So we're gonna get into this. So there is a mix of matte and shimmer in here. No super shock shadows that I can see, but there are 1, 2, 3 metallic, not metallics, 3 shimmers that go across this way. The rest appear to be mattes except for just a splash, which appears to be like either a satin or a matte with glitter in it. Those shades don't bother me. I've actually been quite enjoying the one in the Nude Mood collection. So we're gonna get started off. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with some of the mattes in the crease for the High Tide palette, and I have some new brushes and some old brushes. So I'm gonna go in with New Wave, which is down here. It's one of the, not as deep as Urchin, but not as light as the other ones. So I'm gonna go in with that. So I get more of that turquoise, and I'm gonna do that on the outer V. And if I had cleaner brushes, I would be using a slightly different sort of crease blending brush for this, but this is what we've got. So this is a Wet n Wild brush from one of their holiday collections. And it seems like I'm getting pretty good pigment and not much kick up, which is nice. I had heard from one influencer that they felt these were kind of chalky, so I'm on my guard, but first dip in, seems okay. Okay, so I like that. I've kind of framed the outer V there. I'm gonna pick up this e.l.f. What do they call this? I think it's just the e.l.f. I use it as a crease brush. So I'm gonna go into Currents here and sort of do that windshield wiper style, and then get into the V to fill that out again. Now this one does have more pickup or kick up. That could just be a function of the type of brush this is. I just want to ombre that out a bit and lighten it up. So I'm going to be doing a lot of blue looks this summer because I have quite a few blue palettes that I need to start including in my rotation. So that'll be fun. I don't have fallout, so that's awesome. A little sweaty from the lights. But we're gonna go into the Streamside palette, and we're gonna go into Darter. And I'm actually gonna use a brush with this just to see how it looks. I've done this with a finger in my last, I've applied this with the finger in my last video, so I'm gonna see how it goes on. Just a flat shader brush. It's very pretty. And again, you just get that liquid metal look. And I love silver with teal. Absolutely adore silver with teal. I wish this silver, this is the kind of silver that I was hoping would be in the Kaleidos, it's a Futurism 5, whatever the turquoise Futurism palette is from Kaleidos. That one is more like a topper, sparkly and more sort of less silver and more sort of just white. But this is like really the kind of silver that I'm looking for when I'm trying to do this teal and silver kind of look. And I think I'm just gonna go in with the finger just to sort of finish it out so I can just get it really pumped up. I might, If I had water or something, I would spray it, but I don't like to use setting spray because that tends to burn my eyes. So, and I can't find my spray bottle anywhere with water in it. So I'm just gonna, so like this side has more structure. This side got a bit messy. So, and voila, that just, so good. So I think I'm gonna go in with some orange on the inner corner, and I'm trying to decide, I have the Big Poppy palette here. That has some kind of, I mean, they're orange and red, but I think it's a little too muted. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Kaleidos Futurism. I think this is called Voltaic right here. And we're going to just pop that in the inner corner. Get that nice and bright. Really build it up. I want to try some of the shimmers in the High Tide palette. So let's see, we've got 3 shimmers: Muscle Beach, Must See, and Free Floatin'. So I think I'm gonna take a bit of Must See and put that on the outer of the silver right here, just to see how that sort of smooths out the transition. It's quite pretty. And it's got a nice texture to it. I can see what I'm doing over here, but over here I don't know. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with Unionid from, this is the Flaky in the center of the Streamside palette. This sort of has a it's kind of got this sort of multi-blue purple pearly beautifulness to it. So I'm just gonna put a bit of that over the orange and into the silver. And this makes a really beautiful effect over matte shades. All right, I'm gonna go in and do my base and then come back and do my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the Tron shade from Kaleidos and just sort of extend that down, because I think it did get a little bit lost underneath Unionid. And just sort of bring it down here a bit. I think we're going to use a bit of Urchin to line the under eyes. This is from the Colourpop Limoncello brush set, which I picked up with a 30% off sale. Seems pigmented, minimal fallout with this brush. To connect it, I'm going to use just a little bit of Free Floatin', which is the lightest shimmer. And I'm just going to wipe off this brush a little bit and use this to sort of connect that into the orange. And I think that works, at least on this eye. I feel like it works. This eye, I don't know, but yeah. I'm gonna skip doing the waterline today. If I did, I would probably use one of the Colourpop pastel liners. That's Icebreaker or Big Splash. One of those, probably Icebreaker, would do really well with this. And I feel like something glossy today, so I'm going to use a bit of Pumpkin Spice Latte from Buxom. This is their full-on plumping lip cream from last fall. So this is the finished look. I feel pretty. Again, maybe I'm doing too much, I don't know, but I did want to showcase both the High Tide palette and the Streamside palette and how you can use these together using Unioned and Darter from this and using 3 or 4 shades, maybe 5 from this. I don't remember. And then of course you can pull in other palettes that you need to. I'm a big fan of, I love 9-pan palettes. I love how concise and orderly they are, but I also love to just mix palettes. So that's kind of why I like smaller palettes, just to mix them up and see how you can play with your makeup together. That really just gives me a sense of having fun, being able to do something with your makeup, having some creativity. I hope you enjoyed this look. I hope I'm not too crooked or too out of focus or whatever it is that I'm doing wrong this time with my videos. It's always something. And please give me a like, comment, subscribe, do all those great things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.